Good evening, and welcome back to WizWatch News. I'm Winston Churchill, and I'm proud to be with you for our second episode. If you joined us for our debut, welcome back. And if this is your first time tuning in, we're thrilled to have you. This is WizWatch, keeping the wizarding world safe, one piece of intelligence at a time. That guiding principle is more important now than ever. In a world filled with shifting allegiances, ancient secrets, and powerful forces both seen and unseen, staying informed isn't just helpful, it's essential. Here at WizWatch, we believe that vigilance, clarity, and truth are our strongest spells. Whether you're a ministry official, a student at Hogwarts, or a shopkeeper in Nocturne Alley, we all have a role to play in protecting the balance of our magical society. Information is our greatest defense, and we're here to make sure you have it. As always, we invite you to listen closely, think critically, and never underestimate the power of knowledge. This is not just a broadcast, it's a beacon. I'm Winston Churchill, and this is WizWatch News. Let's begin. In breaking news tonight, a major shift has just rocked the political foundations of the wizarding world. Fender Black, the respected and often controversial founder of the Black Clan, has officially and publicly severed all ties with the Ministry of Magic. The announcement, which was delivered earlier today, marks a significant fracture in long-standing alliances, and it's already stirring unrest within key magical communities. In his statement, Fender Black made it clear that this decision did not come lightly. Citing recent events and a growing sense of distrust, he declared that the ministry has strayed far from the values it once held. In his own words, the ministry isn't the same as it was before. It feels as if they have changed their ways for the worst. Black emphasized that the move is one made out of protection for his family, his people, and his legacy. He framed it not as an act of rebellion, but of responsibility. I'm only doing what I think is best for my family, and what's best for us is we cut off loose ends. While the details of the events that led to this decision remain unclear, the implications are loud and unmistakable. The Black Clan's influence, reach, and resources have long made them a key player in both political and arcane affairs. This separation could inspire other clans or factions to reevaluate their alliances or embolden opposition to ministry authority. Interestingly, Fender Black did leave the door open for future reconciliation. If they ever find a change of heart, then we will be open for a realliance. But for now, we must bid farewell to them. How will the ministry respond, and what ripple effects might this cause throughout our world? One thing is certain. This marks the beginning of a new and uncertain chapter, and we'll be watching closely. In a move sending shockwaves through the wizarding world, the Ministry of Magic, under the authority of Minister Dolores Jane Umbridge, has issued an executive order targeting the entire Crouch bloodline. The decree, signed and sealed on the 29th of April 2025, strips the Crouch family of all magical honors, rights, and privileges. Effective immediately, they are removed from official wizarding records and denied recognition as part of noble or trusted magical society. In the words of the minister herself, due to proven acts of betrayal, clear disloyalty to the ministry, and the ongoing uselessness of its remaining members, the Crouch bloodline is hereby stripped of all magical honors, privileges, and rights. She concluded with a chilling warning: loyalty to the ministry is not optional. This hardline order is already being met with fierce criticism from various corners of the magical community. Among the most vocal voices is Wawe Mandraken, founder of the Horrors of the Wizarding World. Mandraken firmly rejected the legitimacy of the order, stating, "This order is disregarded. Proper procedures weren't followed. This raises serious questions about the legality and the motive behind the decree. Was it a necessary action in defense of magical order, or a political purge meant to silence dissent?" It's worth noting that the Crouch name carries a complex history within magical law enforcement and governance, from notable contributions to deeply controversial legacies. But the sweeping nature of this punishment, targeting not just individuals, but an entire bloodline, has many wondering if this sets a dangerous precedent. As tension mounts, we're left with a familiar conflict: loyalty versus liberty. What defines betrayal in a system where procedure is ignored? And who gets to decide what makes a wizard worthy of status? For now, the Crouch family is officially cast out. But the court of public opinion and magical law may have more to say in the days to come. As the ministry continues to navigate internal fractures and public backlash, a growing number of former allies are turning their backs on the institution, prompting many to ask, what do these alliances truly mean anymore? Historically, many of these alliances were forged in the shadow of Gellert Grindelwald's rise, a time when unity was not just political, but existential. Families like the Blacks, among others, stood with the ministry to preserve the structure of the wizarding world as we knew it. Those ties, built through blood oaths, mutual defense pacts, and wartime loyalty, formed the backbone of magical governance for generations. But now, those very foundations appear to be crumbling. Following Fender Black's announcement cutting all ties with the ministry, questions are circulating about the relevance and the sincerity of the ministry's current partnerships. The reaction from ministry figures has been inconsistent, if not outright dismissive. One particularly striking voice comes from Wawa, the overseer of magical oversight and enforcement, who remarked bluntly, "The Black family, our former ally, said Wawa, the overseer, doesn't care about the ministry's allies," a statement that, if anything, reflects a troubling indifference from one of the highest seats of authority. But the comment that truly shook the conversation, a short, sharp declaration from the overseer himself: House of Black is dead. It's not just a denial of their political ties. It's a symbolic burial of a legacy. Whether you view that as justified or reckless depends on where you stand. But one thing is clear: the ministry is treating this break not as a loss, but as a purge. So, what does this mean for the future of wizarding alliances? Are we witnessing a strategic realignment, or the collapse of a system that no longer serves its people? Is the ministry evolving or isolating itself? In times like these, history doesn't just repeat, it redefines. And right now, the ministry's alliances are being rewritten in real time. In a surprising yet strategic development, a new alliance has been formally established between the Lestrange family and the Horrors of the Wizarding World, better known as AOWW. The announcement was made earlier today and signals a significant step toward de-escalation and mutual cooperation between one of the Wizarding World's most infamous bloodlines and one of its most prominent enforcement groups. According to the terms of the agreement, Ministry members aligned with AOWW are not to arrest, attack, or otherwise act against any member of the Lestrange family, so long as the Lestranges uphold their end of the alliance. The same courtesy is expected in return. Lestrange members are to refrain from hostility toward Ministry or AOWW operatives unless provoked by a breach. Critically, the treaty includes a fail-safe clause that many are calling both diplomatic and precise. If the alliance is broken by a single individual on either side, that specific member will be removed from the treaty's protection and is to be held accountable by their mother clan. This approach aims to prevent isolated violations from dissolving the entire pact, placing responsibility squarely on the individual rather than the group as a whole. This agreement raises a number of questions. Is this a pathway toward broader reconciliation, or simply a tactical pause in ongoing tension? The Lestrange name carries weight, both feared and respected, and an alliance with the Aurors could shift political dynamics across multiple regions. While some critics are wary of trusting the Lestranges after their complicated past, others argue that diplomacy, particularly with clans of influence, is the only way forward in such a volatile time. For now, the terms are clear, and the alliance stands. But as history has often shown us, such pacts are only as strong as the actions of those who sign them. And now, an intriguing development from the very heart of WizWatch itself. The founders of this very news network, the enigmatic and ever-watchful Dementor's High Council, have issued a rare and public call. They are officially looking for new members to join their ranks. This announcement comes with little elaboration, as is tradition for the Council, whose influence over intelligence, security, and information gathering in the wizarding world remains both respected and shrouded in secrecy. Known for operating behind the veil, the Dementor's High Council has been the guiding force behind WizWatch, ensuring that no truth is buried, no threat ignored, and no shadow unexamined. Now, for the first time in recent memory, they are opening their doors, if only slightly. The Council is seeking individuals who possess not only skill and discretion, but loyalty to the cause of magical vigilance. What qualifications are required? That remains undisclosed. What benefits await those chosen? Even more so. But one thing is clear. This isn't just a job, it's a calling. Those who answer must be prepared to walk a path between secrecy and service and to take on responsibilities that extend far beyond what the average witch or wizard would ever see. If you think you have what it takes to serve with the Dementor's High Council, now may be your only chance. As we continue to watch shifts in loyalty and power within our world, the actions of the auras of the wizarding world grow harder to interpret. Their refusal to follow ministry orders, the alliances they forge, and the authority they now seem to act on independently, it all leads us to wonder, are they losing control of their own image, or are they quietly reshaping it? Is this the beginning of their downfall, a dent in their reputation? Or are we witnessing the unfolding of a plan only they fully understand? Are the auras making things worse for themselves or just setting the stage for something much larger? Only time will reveal the truth. This is WizWatch News, and I'm Winston Churchill. Stay vigilant and stay aware.